Hello, everybody. It's a Good Boys back again from
After,
a nice vacation.
Little hiatus there.
Yeah.
It's nice. I'm glad to be back though.
Yeah.
Talking
back in
good
Arizona.
shit. Yeah,
You
bad
were
shit.
gone.
I was gone for a while.
Where'd you go, Zach?
I went to San Diego.
Why'd you go to San Diego?
I went to Comic-Con.
Ooh.
It was pretty nice. We're going to talk about that a little bit. This is going to be a fun little podcast though. Some things to change though. We want to announce something that we're going to be trying on here.
Yeah.
We're going to record pretty much 2 episodes in one day each time. One's going to be a little bit longer like our normal ones, and then the other one's going to be shorter, and then it'll appear the week after.
Yeah.
And pretty much that one's going to be a little bit more serious topic sometimes. Sometimes it'll be a little bit more fun. Sometimes it'll be just us, but it'll be one generic topic instead of us just talking about a bunch of random shit, which we'll announce it's going to be the Me Too movement.
Yep.
We're going to talk a little bit about it. Our thoughts, people who are fans of Screen Junkies, Andy Signora kind of came out with the video, and it kind of sparked it all up and the thoughts about it again, and I thought we should talk about it. Even if I don't think that video is like 100% truthful,
Yeah,
I think
we'll
there's
talk
something to
about
talk
it.
about that. But yeah, so that's going to be entertaining, but we do have a fun episode here, and I'm excited just to catch up with you two because I have definitely missed both of you guys.
Definitely.
Like the other night, we went to go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which was fantastic. And you were talking to me a little bit about Capcom. I was like, whoa, just like stop talking. We'll just like talk about it really on the podcast. So yeah, let's talk about a little bit about that.
Yeah, so let's start with just certain things. So
let's start with the beginning.
The beginning.
The first thing you'll probably experience when you get to Capcom, the lines.
To Comic-Con.
I mean,
Comic-Con.
Capcom.
I want you to know
Comic-Con.
the amount of times that Tyler has said Capcom to me.
Oh, it's preposterous.
I was reading his handwriting. Comic-Con looks like Capcom.
Oh,
It does. It kind
I
of
honestly
does.
probably wrote it out on some of the
I'm
instances.
gonna call y'all out. Your handwriting sloppy.
You know what? Out of both our handwritings, I think Carlos has the best handwriting right now.
This isn't me trying,
can't
though.
read chicken scratch, y'all.
This is not me trying.
Is it?
You saw my other notebook.
This
my
was me.
My notes look good. If I need to write down nice
notes. You want to see me write nice? I'll write my name very nice. It's probably the best handwriting you're ever going to see in your life.
There needs to be a little bit more space between your first and last name.
Fuck off. But we're talking about Comic-Con. So I drove out 7:30 in the morning to get out there very, very early, just so I could beat the rush and get my badge and everything of that nature. And overall, the trip was successful. I definitely want to go again next year, like 100%. First day I was there, fuck no, it wasn't for me. I was sitting there, I'm like, this is not for me. I'm like, this isn't really the most fun. Like, I'm just going to, spend $200 probably on cool nerd shit, which I did. I brought more money thinking.
A lot of money
well,
there.
so I thought I was gonna bring more money I brought more money to spend on nerd shit, but it turned out not to. Spend it on fucking lifts. That's what I spent on. Cause do you know how much parking is down there for one day?
Probably stupid.
It's $80.
Holy
The first day it was $30. That's not bad.
That's not 30 for a whole day.
Yeah. So then So
for
the
a whole
next
day it's not that
yeah.
bad.
So the next day I checked parking. $80. I said, fuck that. I'll take an Uber. That way I can drink.
True
you know
shit.
What I mean?
There you go.
So I went there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then left Sunday morning. But it goes Wednesday through Sunday. But I was kind of pissed I didn't stay for Sunday because do you know what debuted on Sunday? The Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans movie.
Shit.
And I was mad because I found out that morning that it debuted, and I was like, well, fuck, I don't want to go down and spend $80 on parking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it kind of sucked in that aspect that I didn't get to see it, but I know it'll come out soon.
Right.
But overall, so Wednesday, to be honest, I don't even know. So Wednesday, I just pretty much walked around, met up with some friends, walked around, went to the exhibit floor, which is where you buy all this shit. Lots of cool things out there. Saw a lot of cool stuff. I bought a cool Deadpool figure and a Spider-Man figure for my background. And then I saw a really cool Marvel booth that had the actual lead designer who makes all the art for Marvel. For
you were telling me about that.
I found his booth, and he signs all the art, and it's like really cool. So I saw Mysterio versus Spider-Man one, and I sat there. I'm like, $75. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. And I walked off. But the next 2 days, I kept thinking about it.
That's what I did.
So on Thursday, so there's this panel called Hall H for people who don't know, who've never been to Comic-Con. It's the big panel. It has like Terminator, Top Gun. Saturday was Marvel. Friday had Witcher, Westworld, like stuff like that. You know,
like the really big announcements.
People wait 48 hours or more for that.
Jeez.
42
there
days.
Are people in
2 days in line
just for that. There's people who don't even get hotels. They just stay in line constantly. Like that's all they do, and that's their thing. That's cool. That's what they want to do. It's awesome because honestly, the experience of going in there is great. So Thursday, I didn't want to go wait in line. I mean, Terminator and Top Gun, cool, whatever. I saw the Top Gun 2 trailer. Looks awesome. Terminator, I didn't get to see the footage. I talked to people who saw it. Said it was great. It's going to be an officially R-rated Terminator film.
That's
exciting.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
exciting.
See, that right there might make me.
My theory, though, can I say this? And I don't know anything. I haven't talked to anyone. I'm just assuming from what I've seen, or what I've seen from what the public has seen, Arnold is not a Terminator. I'm calling that right now. Arnold is not going to be a Terminator in it. I think he's going to be the man who created them. That's my theory right now.
Hey, that's a pretty good theory.
Because they said there's only 2 Terminators in it, which is the bad guy and then this girl played by Mackenzie Davis, which she looks really cool. And for me, Arnold Terminator died in 2.
Mm-hmm.
And this is taking place directly after 2. So why would they send back the exact same one that died? Realistically, wouldn't it be cool if he's just a scientist who created him? He's one of the first Terminators, so of course they make him
like
model. Yeah, so that's the way I'm looking at it. I could be completely wrong.
It's a really good theory.
Yeah, so that's my theory. But anyways, I don't really know what else other panels were on Thursday, to be honest. I didn't really pay attention. But so I wanted to get into the Friday panel, because they had Witcher, they had Dark Crystal, they had Walking Dead.
I'm really interested with the Dark Crystal.
I saw the first episode.
He said, really? He said something about it.
They surprised us. So we'll get into that. So I'm just like, I'm going to go wait in line with my friend. So we start walking. We walk 2 miles to the back of the line. Get to the back, I said, fuck this. I'm not doing this. I can just see what's online. Then we meet someone, this nice family in front of us, heard me say, fuck this, really loudly. And she goes, this is your first year? I'm like, yeah, I really want to get into the Witcher panel. She's like, well, hold your spot. Just come back by this time. Okay. I'm down for that. Whoa. So we went and got food. We met with my boss, Sandwich on Films. Shout out to him. If you guys want to see movies early, go check him out.
Shout out to Sandwich on Films.
So then we walked back, and we only waited like an hour to get these wristbands they give you. Then that way, but then they said, when you come back the next day, you must be in line by 7 o'clock the next morning, or you lose your spot.
Get that at 6:30.
That night, I went to a comedy club. Drunk.
Oh.
Woke up at 5 a.m. Didn't get back till 1. So I woke up, I'm like, is this even worth it? Is this even worth it? Do you know what I found out at the comedy club, though? There's a separate press line that's shorter. You just go to the first panel of the day, and you just wait all day for your last panel. You can't leave the Hall H, technically. Like, once you're in, you're in. If you leave, you got to get back in line. There's a separate press line if you were press. I was press. I did not know this. So, when I found out about this at the comedy club, I'm like, well, now I feel bad about making this family wait for me, because I had to go meet him the next day. So I'm like, I'll go meet him again. Whatever. I'll do it for the next day.
Yeah.
Right.
So whatever, I get there, I just fall asleep in line. I brought like a blanket and shit and just fell asleep on the ground for like 2 hours. Got in, saw Walking Dead stuff, and I saw him on like stage, and they were like getting interviewed. Really cool stuff I saw for The Walking Dead. Like, really cool stuff. Like, the new season actually has me... Like, I really liked the last season. Like, I thought it actually built the show back up. Fear the Walking Dead I haven't watched that much.
I gotta get back into
Walking Dead. I am 100% now gonna binge the Fear the Walking Dead. Because it looks insane. Like, they said that this is their insane show. And then they announced 2 things there. They announced the Rick Grimes movie. And how they're doing it.
Oh.
They showed a little teaser for it.
Ooh.
I like it. And they said it's gonna be actually in theaters.
Ooh. Whoa.
I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be a TV movie.
Yeah. Definitely.
They announced the Walking Dead spin-off. Now, when they announced this first, like, last year, I was like, that's fucking stupid. They went into more detail talking about how this new spin-off will take place, from what I understand, a couple, like, years later, where it's kids growing up in a world. Like, imagine if Gilbert, Arizona had been boarded off and kids didn't know about what zombies were. They heard about them. They took class how to kill them, but they've never seen them.
So it's basically just like a quarantine off.
Yeah.
Like,
but like the world's like living. The world's living, and
they
just one day the kids have to leave for some reason, and they have to go out into this new world that they've never experienced. So I think that's a really cool idea. Like, it actually had. I was like, I'm
interested.
Or it's like
it's got my interest.
Or it's like
they said imagine a fucked up coming of age story.
I'm about it.
Yeah. Or it's like like they have to go from, say, Gilbert, Arizona to San Diego.
Yeah, something like
that.
And
it's like all, but between...
It's not boarded off.
Well, yeah, it's not boarded off, and it's just like how it is now, all but desolate, but more desolate than it already is now.
But it looked really cool. And just hearing the actors talk was kind of like the biggest, coolest thing about the panel in general. The little girl who plays Judith, she's getting interviewed, and they're like, someone asked, if you could have one weapon, what would it be in The Walking Dead? She's like, Negan's bat. I'm like, damn. But then they also did a fan question. Some guy walked up, he's like, Daryl, or Norman Reedus, are you gonna storm Area 51? And he goes, what the fuck is that? Like,
oh, come on, bullshit.
And then Chris Hardwick starts like talking about it. He's like, that's dumb. You guys are all gonna get killed. So it was funny to hear that. So throughout the next day, then throughout that whole panel, we went to Witcher. And so everyone's seen the trailer. Have you guys seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, so they showed us 3 clips going over Yennefer, Geralt, and Ciri. Because when they announced Witcher, I'm like, oh, this is going to be kind of a hack and slash kind of. No, they said that, so with each character they showed, they went into how the show's going to be. So Geralt was displaying the action.
Yeah.
Imagine Kingsman with swords. That's exactly what it looked like. They didn't finish the visual effects, though, so there wasn't that much blood.
Yeah.
But Henry Cavill is doing 100% of his stunts.
Wow.
So it's really cool. The second thing they showed was Yennefer and just a dialogue scene with her. Which usually when they take a dialogue scene out of like a show, I'm kind of like, I don't get what's going on. I didn't get what was going on. I was so intrigued though. And so cool. So they said that her clip was supposed to develop like the character and what like, that there's going to be a lot of character progression in the show. The third thing was Ciri and going over how she's going to explore the world. And showing the world and the cinematography and everything was insane. Meeting some of the creatures. They talked about that, yada, yada, yada. And seeing how Henry Cavill was so giddy for it, he literally would get up out of his seat and sit on the ground and look up at the big screen every single time. And he said that the second he heard that they were making a Witcher show, he called every single day wanting an audition.
What the fuck? That's
Before
awesome.
there was even writers. And they looked at 207 other people over him. And he got the role.
That's awesome.
So that's cool.
I liked when they announced him. I was actually really excited about it. I like him.
I do too.
I like Geralt. I like Witcher. It's
Yeah.
cool. I think he fits the character. I think
they did say that they're gonna go more from the books and the games. So they're like, don't expect like the game content, but they're like, there will be a lot of blood. There will be a lot of sex.
There
will be a lot of magic. Yes, there is magic.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't see any in the trailer and I got concerned.
Yennefer, the visual effects aren't done. That's the biggest thing. So they said expect it soon. So I'm expecting it November. But I feel like if the visual effects like aren't 100%, they're probably gonna push it to like March. You know what I mean? Just to give them more time. And then after that, they showed us Dark Crystal. So Mark Hamill and Taron Egerton came out on stage.
Super excited
and they
about
interviewed them, and they were funny because Taron's like geeking out. He's like, "Yeah, I've never met Mark Hamill till right now," and he's like, "Luke fucking Skywalker's
That's
right
awesome.
here."
Oh yeah, anybody that's listening to this and doesn't know what Dark Crystal is, watch the original.
So
please watch the original. I've
only seen it once. I need to rewatch it though. But so this is a prequel. This is a prequel series. I loved the first episode. I can't talk that much about it because I'm under embargo. Right. So like I can't talk much about it. I'll just say I loved it. And it's pretty much Game of Thrones for kids. Just a little bit more above kids because that first episode packed so much shit. And I was telling him
he's like
off air
really dark.
Something that happens in it, and I don't want to go into it because embargo.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah, what he told me, I was like, dang, like I'm excited for it.
Like the Geflings, yeah, they have some stuff that happens to them.
Oh shit!
But the coolest thing about they showed.
But the crazy part about it is that like as brutal and you said as dark as it's freaking Muppets. So it's like I don't know if this is as dark.
So that's the thing.
But it looks,
I don't know if I'll be able to take it seriously.
It takes a bit to get into because there's not that many things that are puppetry.
I'll probably enjoy it. I'm really excited for it because my dad loved this movie growing up, so it was like beating into my head watching it.
Literally, the people around me like were obsessed with Dark Crystal. Not gonna joke. The praise they were giving it were insane.
Really? And
for someone who like wasn't like I didn't grow up with it. I grew up with like Muppets and stuff. I walked out saying I want to rewatch the original right now, and I cannot wait to binge this show.
I want more Labyrinth. Is what I want. I want Labyrinth. Labyrinth is one of my
Labyrinth's
all-time favorite movies.
Rest in peace, David Bowie.
Yeah.
There's so much in there.
Yeah. I love Labyrinth.
If Dark Crystal does good, maybe people will maybe we'll do a Labyrinth spinoff or something. But
figure out a way to animate David Bowie into it.
They did show the behind the scenes of Dark Crystal though. Everything's puppetry. Everything's actual practical effects. I'm like anything you think is special effects, like background wise, they painted.
That's really good to hear.
Like there's one scene where you see like this big tree thing, and I was just sitting there. I'm like, this is fucking paint, and they like kind of did visual effects or strings and shit for it.
Or just like do small things to add like.
But pretty much what they did was they built it so like the puppets could rest on someone's head, and they would walk around like this underneath, and then like what they would do is close out the bottom so they could just have the puppets go up the top. That is dedication. That is awesome. But if you're a Dark Crystal fan, you were gonna love it. That really surprised me. So then the next day comes. All right. So Saturday comes. I said I have this big plan. So I can get into this press line right during Star Trek, and I will probably be guaranteed a seat. Right? Like you're thinking, not everyone's gonna show up for press for Star Trek. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. There's gonna be many people who say, "Man, fuck Star Trek. Yeah, I just want to get in the Marvel." So 40 people were there in line. I'm like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna get in." 30 minutes in, they check our bags. I'm like, "Fuck, they're gonna let us in." They said, "Go." Everyone ran like a fucking bull into there. Got the best seats possible, dude. Absolutely amazing, and it was just a really cool. So Star Trek looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, never been the biggest Star Trek fan. But the Picard show with Sir Patrick Stewart looks awesome, and they announced a new Star Trek animated show from the creators of Rick and Morty.
I don't know. I can't get down with Star Trek. I don't know what it is.
So that's what. So the creator said, "I'm not a big Star Trek fan, but this series is supposed to get you interested in Star Trek."
See, the way that things are going, if Star Wars can't do something soon, I'm gonna become a Star Trek fan.
So they were talking about Star Trek though. I didn't know Discovery was rated R. Yeah, it's rated R, and I think Picard's gonna be rated R too.
Oh shit!
I didn't know it was rated R, but I'm really interested in all that. But I wasn't there for Star Trek. I was there for Westworld and Marvel.
Right.
Westworld. You guys watch Westworld still?
It's kind of.
Nah.
I'll
probably watch this
Aaron
third
Paul,
season.
Jesse from Breaking Bad is one of the main characters.
Right.
Holy shit! The trailer. Holy shit! And there's them talking about. Is it going
into a new world, or they're still developing?
I can't. You didn't finish the last season, did you?
No.
Okay, I can't say anything.
No.
No, you just gotta see it, because if I say don't even watch the trailer because it'll spoil what happens at the end of season 2. But I will say that they are still going to a certain. It doesn't come back till next year, so you have time. They showed a World War II park, so that was the cool thing. But I don't want to talk about where Aaron Paul's character is from.
Okay.
Because that's the big kind of spoiler. The next thing is the Game of Thrones farewell panel. They did a whole Game of Thrones. They brought out the creators didn't come though.
You're telling me that
2 days before. Whatever. Fuck you.
For which one?
Game of Thrones farewell panel.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. I remember
so, but they had Arya up there, Jaime, Varys, Bran, Davos, and that's really it. It was fun. It was fun hearing them talk. It was really fun hearing them talk about it. You could tell Maisie Williams was out of her mind stoned, though. She was just gone. But the best part about it was hearing them talk.
It's pretty fucking funny, actually.
I heard them talk. They were asked questions like, "Oh, what was like?" They were pretty much straight up like, they're like, Varys was like, "You know what? Like when I read the script at first, I didn't like it at all. Sitting back on it, I don't hate it. He's like, I just feel like there could have been more."
Oh yeah.
Which I think is that, and that's pretty much how a lot of them were.
That's pretty much how everybody is.
Well, there's some people who are crazy about it. The funniest question they asked though was, "What was something that you stole off set?" And they go ask. Davos is like, "I stole so much shit, I can't even tell you." Arya said something about like something small. Bran said, "I don't know. My last day, I was looking around, ran around, found a fucking wooden spoon. I have it now." And they were just like going around, and then it gets to Varys, and Varys goes, "I stole all my scenes," and it was the funniest moment. Which honestly.
That's a mic drop moment.
And then they talk, dude, and Maisie Williams was next. She's like, "I don't know what to say after that." And then there was 2 other questions they asked. Was there anything George R. R. Martin told you guys that they didn't say in the show? And they get to the guy who plays Grey Worm, and he goes, "Dick, no balls. I did have a dick." So.
Dick, no balls. I did have a dick. That's hilarious.
Dude, it's fucking hilarious. It's the best thing. But so Game of Thrones ends, right? Nice panel. Stay in my seat though, because guess what's coming next?
Marvel.
After 2 other panels. Which the other 2 panels was nice. It was like an animation short, so I kind of took a nap. Next one was like Women Who Kick Ass. It was a nice panel hearing them talk. But Marvel, holy shit.
The big boys.
So let me bring up this picture on my iPad because I want us to talk about. I want to say everything they announced, and I want to get your guys' excitement for it. Okay. So one, just being in the room was incredible. I know like I would be able to see what was getting announced like later that night because I was tweeting the whole thing. But being in that room.
That sounds. I want
it. All the fans just cheering.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through with the way that they introduced everything to us. Okay.
Okay.
So the first thing they showed to us was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So they didn't show any clips. They showed Zemo from Civil War is coming back, and he has this purple mask.
Ooh.
But he comes out. There's like a video of him, but they're pretty much talking that Falcon will suit up as Captain America in this, and they're going for a Winter Soldier feel on this whole project. But it'll come out in fall 2020. The next thing is the Eternals. They announced the official cast for it, which comes out November 6, 2020, and this is all Phase 4. It's only 2 years for Phase 4. D23 is coming out soon. That means Phase 5 will probably be then, and I think they're going to announce a couple more things that we'll talk about in a second. So the Eternals pops up. They announce Richard Madden, who's Robb Stark, is one of the main characters. Angelina fucking Jolie.
Woo!
Yeah.
Selma Hayek.
You were telling me this. I was
Kumail Nanjiani.
I saw him tweet about that.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
And then 2 other actor and actress. I don't know their name off the top of my head, but I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. It's like I knew Eternals was coming. It got like leaked or like rumored, and it's been probably my most
There's a
anticipated.
screen cap that got leaked. Isn't there floating around?
There's an image of the villains.
Right.
But I'm excited to see what that is. But the Eternals, they didn't show anything of it other than the logo, the director, and the cast. I'm sold. I'm 100% sold on this. So the next thing they showed us was talked about Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. They announced the Mandarin, the real Mandarin, will be the villain of this. It'll be a full Asian cast.
Whoa.
And it's going to be a Kung Fu movie.
Oh.
So excited.
And the director of
really
this
like
did
that
Short Term
one.
12. And if no one has seen Short Term 12, it's on Amazon Prime right now. It's one of the best films of the last 10 years. It's so good. He did it, and I'm so excited. And Brie Larson's in it. Rami Malek is in it. There's a lot of stars who got their up and coming in there.
Really?
But Shang-Chi, I'm so pumped for it. With the Mandarin being the actual villain.
I saw this Phase 4 and I
I was very disappointed in Iron Man 3 where it's like...
See, I love Iron Man 3. The twist is whatever. They said... I actually have a feeling that Shang-Chi will enhance Iron Man 3.
I hope so.
Because of that whole Mandarin thing.
I hope so.
So then after that, spring 2021, we're going to get WandaVision, which is Scarlet Witch's show on Disney Plus with Vision.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is going to directly tie into the next film, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because Scarlet Witch, will be a main character in there.
Oh.
So let's talk about WandaVision first. So it's going to take place... So it's going to be a 60s alternate reality. My way of seeing this is she's probably going to create an alternate reality where Vision's still alive. And let's say this is probably going to be her way of mourning him. She didn't really get time to mourn him. The other thing is they announced that you haven't seen Captain Marvel, but Lieutenant Trouble, the little girl from there that Captain Marvel has a good relationship with, she's grown up in this series and she has powers.
Ooh.
And they announced the actress playing her. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but I looked up her superpowers. Holy shit, she's going to be cool. After that, though, we're talking about Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
This is the one, and they said it's going to be a straight horror film. They are going for a straight horror film in this.
Doctor Strange?
Yes, this Doctor Strange film will be a straight horror film. It's from the director of Sinister,
awesome.
and he also did the first Doctor Strange, and he said, this one, I've been wanting to make it a horror film. That's why it's taking me so long to develop it.
What the hell? Yeah. That's... Well, Doctor Strange, the first one was one of my
it's one of my favorite origin stories in the whole.
Oh yeah, but just, watching him go through the whole process of getting his powers, reading books and all that shit. That was super cool.
Came out and he's like,
but horror of it,
spoilers for people who haven't seen Spider-Man: Far From Home. I'm about to spoil something, so sorry.
It's been 2 weeks. The embargo's up.
Yeah, sorry. So Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. He comes out and he's like, Quentin Beck wasn't a liar about the multiverse. We've mentioned in the first Doctor Strange. Now we're gonna explore it more in this one. So I have 2 theories for this. We're gonna get to at the end. Next thing I bring up is Loki. Personally, I don't really care about this series at all. Spring 2021, it's whatever for me. Tom Hiddleston's going to be nice. It's going to take place after Endgame. It's going to be showing that Loki and where he goes through. This kind of just seems like a fun Loki spinoff.
I'm interested, yeah.
I'm interested, but I don't care about it. Next thing is the What If. This is going to be an animated Disney Plus series.
I'm so excited for this.
See, I need to see the animation. But Jeffrey Wright from Westworld is going to play the Watcher, and he's going to narrate them. And they're actually getting a lot of the actual cast members.
No, they said they're getting all of them,
right? Not Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans aren't coming back.
Oh.
But most of them are. And pretty much the What If is like an animated series taking on what if Peggy Carter got the super serum instead of Chris Evans, Steve Rogers. Whoa. Stuff like that. What if Peter Parker didn't get bit?
Well, that would have been just been Spider-Gwen's story.
Yeah, so it would have been something else in that. So these are the what ifs they can do. Fall 2021 will be Hawkeye series, which will take place between Endgame and after Endgame. Yeah, it'll show him as Ronin still, and he'll be training Kate Bishop to be the next Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. And then after that, November 5th, 2021, Thor: Love and Thunder, which that title is just... I love how all these titles are weird.
Yeah.
Like, they embrace the weirdness, and Thor: Love and Thunder. So, I didn't like Ragnarok. I'm very much in the minority. I think Ragnarok's just fine. I think it's very entertaining. It's just not for me.
I can agree with that.
But I love Taika Waititi, the director of that. And I love his other 2 films before that. My one issue with Ragnarok is you could tell it was improv. A lot of that fucking film was improv. Love and Thunder, though, he's actually writing the script. So that got me excited. Plus, he's directing it. And then you bring out Valkyrie, which the big tweet that I got retweeted so many times that pretty much went viral was when Valkyrie comes out and she's like, I'm going to be king of Asgard, but I'm also going to need my queen. Hinting that, or not even hinting, saying that she's now a lesbian. Yeah. Awesome. Great things. Chris Hemsworth's going to be in there. Someone asked if he was going to be fat, though. They wouldn't say anything. If they don't, he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be fat. He just needs to be a little bit bigger, though, because the thing is that's continuity. Because they said this takes place just after Endgame, and it will take place before Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So I'm assuming Guardians will probably be in there a little bit.
Maybe just showing that he's starting to shed weight. Maybe like
just a little
he
bit.
cuts his hair a little bit.
The hair needs to be cut. The hair needs to be fucking cut.
I love Thor, but
although when he got his armor in Endgame and the full beard, the full beard was fucking sick.
Yeah, so maybe keep that way.
Yeah, he looked like a full-on Viking.
So Love and Thunder,
he looked badass.
Love and Thunder sounds cool, but then they say he's not gonna be the only Thor. We're gonna bring in Mighty Thor, which is the female Thor, and then Natalie Portman walks out on stage, and everyone just goes fucking wild.
Natalie Portman.
I remember hearing a rumor about that because she was back on.
Well, she was in Endgame.
Right.
So
and
this
people were thinking that.
So this is my thing. So I didn't like her in the first 2 Thor films. I didn't think they have chemistry, and that's what me and my friend were talking about. He was like, "I'm still not happy about it," blah blah blah. And I told him, I'm like, "You got to think about it this way. Those 2 films are not the best."
No, they're not.
And the earlier Marvel films did not do good in writing their women.
Love
interests.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this. Natalie Portman has talked shit about the MCU. She's like, that was the worst experience I've ever had. There's 2 reasons she came back. They dumped a bunch of fucking money on her and said, come back. But I still don't even think she would have came back if it was for... Why would she waste her time? The other thing is, she saw Ragnarok, probably really liked the tone and everything they were going for it, and she said, I want to do that again. Then Taika probably came to her and said, would you like to do this? You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So I'm looking at this as something big. I'm excited for Love and Thunder. I love the title. That's probably my favorite title they announced. And then the last thing they showed was May 1st, 2020. They brought it back. They brought out the whole Black Widow cast. And they showed us a trailer. That did not get out. And it looks fucking awesome.
Really?
I was not that excited about a Black Widow film. I like Black Widow. I think she's a great character. I love Florence Pugh's going to be in it. David Harbour's going to be in it. Taskmaster's going to be the villain. But I'm just sitting there like... Yeah, and I got to see him fight Black Widow for a scene.
That is some heavy
Taskmaster's gonna be fucking awesome.
So the trailer starts, and I'm like, this is decent. Then it gets to the first action scene. It's Winter Soldier, like type grittiness.
It's like Raid.
Pretty much a Raid. Dude, you see her fighting, gag this girl, and then the girl grabs like a fucking smashes a plate in her face, grabs the like one of the broken pieces and just starts like trying to hit it, like very brutal. And then she goes, sister, stop. They're sisters. Very cool stuff. And then they go in and it shows just a little bit of clips, montages, and then it gets to fucking Taskmaster and him and her fighting. Now I have a theory. No one else has seen the footage unless you were there. My theory is Taskmaster. So they announced who's playing Taskmaster, but I think it's a misleading thing. I think it's Rachel Weisz's character is going to play it. I think they're going to switch the gender and it's going to be a girl. The reason I say that is because the way Taskmaster is fighting. He's fighting a lot like Black Widow. And there's a lot of flexibility in that. And I'm going, a man's junk would be ripped in half if he
That's the thing, though, is Taskmaster...
He can be anything.
Yeah, he copies the other person he's fighting.
And that's the thing that I liked about that. So, again, I could be wrong. And I think they could...
That's like his whole thing, though, is no one can
he
beat
mimics.
him.
He mimics
your fighting style. That's why Deadpool is the only person that can beat him.
Then let's take my theory out. You're totally right. You're totally right.
Deadpool doesn't think when he fights. Like, that's how he beat Taskmaster.
You're totally right.
He just turned off his brain.
Okay, actually, I forgot all about that, so you're totally right. So, get it out of my theory. So that's why he was fighting like that. I was thinking about that. But they also gave us a free Black Widow hat. Everyone in the audience got one, so I got one. Cool. I was going to wear it today, but I forgot. The other thing that they... The other thing they showed, though, was David Harbour. So everyone loves him as Hopper.
I was so mad that Hellboy flopped. I wanted it to be good so
That movie sucked. That movie fucking horrible. It's on Amazon Prime for free, so...
Oh, true.
I want to give it a chance. He was announced because he was wearing a Captain America shirt, and they're like, so are you a fan of Captain America? He's like, well, me and my character actually have an issue with Captain America. And he announced that his name is Alexei, and he's playing the Soviet Union version of Captain America. Oh. So I don't remember the actual name, but he's the Soviet Union Captain America.
His name is
It's Alexei, the actual name.
I thought there was a character that's supposed to be.
But he's like all red with the Soviet Union thing on him. But
I'm pretty sure.
Then he went into talking about pretty much how this film will take place, because the footage they showed us was in Budapest. So I'm assuming Hawkeye will show up there too. The other thing they said it takes place after Civil War and before everything else. So flashbacks, stuff like that. I think this is actually going to enhance her story for Endgame a lot. Just because, like, I think she had an emotional arc in Endgame, but that was the whole thing. I'm excited. But then, of course, as they were leaving, everyone's starting to get up and they go, well, guys, we didn't even have time to talk about Black Panther 2 or Captain Marvel 2 or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 or the Fantastic Four and the Mutants. We didn't get to talk about them. We didn't have time. And so, like, I have a feeling at D23 they're going to announce all those. And I actually have a feeling they're going to announce the Fantastic Four, which is actually a viewer question, so we'll get to that in a second. There's a viewer question about the Fantastic Four. But then
you told me, like, pretty much.
I told you, like,
I'm fucking excited for this.
So then they talk out, and they go out like this, and he goes, 2-time Academy Award winner, Mahershala Ali, come out on stage, and everyone's freaking out. Who the fuck is he going to play?
Yeah.
He walks out, I go, he's probably playing Black Panther 2's villain.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, no. He puts a fucking hat on, and it says Blade. Holy shit. Dude, I had my backpack on, because I sat back down. I'm like, I jumped up, and I broke something in my back.
Oh, shit.
My backpack was super heavy. I'm like, fuck! 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 Dude, everyone next to each other just grabbing each other, just ringing. Fuck!
I would have lost my fucking mind.
Dude, same. Everyone, he's like, have a good night, everybody. And it's like, how do you end it like that? So, then everyone walks out, freaking out.
Yeah.
This is my theory. 2 theories for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Blade will show up in that. Because they said Blade is not a Phase 4 film. It'll be Phase 5. But he will be introduced in Doctor Strange. Best place to introduce him.
Well, that's so.
That or WandaVerse. WandaVision would be a good one, too.
That, too. But here's also my thing. Is Blade going to be the vampire hunter, or is he going to be just the full-on badass hunt anything that's demonic?
Well, I would imagine.
I think everything.
Yeah.
That's what he does when he runs the...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he just...
So my other theory that I was telling you about yesterday, and this one, this is how they're going to introduce the mutants, is the multiverse.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
I told him, end credit scene, perfect end credit scene. Please. He's going through portals, and he sees Deadpool. Oh, Deadpool's, because here's the thing.
I want to see portals open up to fucking into the goddamn Spider-Verse.
See, that would be cool. But here's the thing.
I know it would never happen.
No. Honestly, no. I think they'll do a Spider-Verse eventually.
You think so?
Yeah, eventually. But once Tom Holland's older. Because here's the thing. So they didn't announce Spider-Man 3 in there, but that's because Sony has to announce it. Spider-Man 3 is coming in Phase 4. It's coming in 2021. So it comes out a couple months before Thor Love and Thunder. But Deadpool, just imagine this. Portals are going around. Who's the next best character after Iron Man to have Deadpool banter with in the MCU? Fucking Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch. He's opening portals, he sees Deadpool, and Deadpool just looks at him like maybe he's taking a shower or some shit with his mask on. He looks at him, he's like, who are you? Who the fuck are... And there's a little banter, and then he just swipes the portal.
Yeah, it's like right as you about to say the fuck word, he just... Shoop.
And then it just cuts, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That would be fun.
Marvel, please take this idea. I just want to go to the premiere. I just want to go to the premiere of Doctor Strange. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see... think about how trippy and crazy the visual effects were.
Is that your most anticipated out of this whole lineup? Because that was my question for you guys.
Besides Blade, yes.
Well, Blade's on Phase 4.
Okay.
That's Phase 5. So Phase 4.
Once you mentioned that they're going for full-blown horror,
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, because
for me, it was...
Think about like a horror movie, but with the trippiness and crazy visual effects. Oh my god, it's going to be fucking crazy.
See, so the way I did it, mine was Eternals, Black Widow, Doctor Strange, but now as we're talking about, I think Doctor Strange shoots up.
Doctor Strange is gonna be fucking bananas.
A horror movie, like if they do the horror right, it's gonna be a great movie.
Excellent. I'm so excited for
it. I fucking love Sinister. There was the second one, right? That wasn't.
Don't ever watch it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm not joking. I don't like the first one as much now because of that second one.
I watched the first one. I fucking love that movie. The part. Okay, one of the scenes that still scares the shit out of me is when he comes down from the cellar door.
Have you seen Sinister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's looking and he backs up. And then he just fucking pops down.
That's a great, and that's a good way of using.
Like actually scared
and yeah,
the
so
shit
they said there will be jump scares in this horror film, and like I'm just excited for it.
I'm just curious how they're gonna make this scary.
I know, but you know what's funny for me? So they said the villain's gonna be Nightmare, but for me it's like, what about Baron Mordo? From the first one, He said he wanted to kill off, so he has to be in this. Maybe
something.
Well, they seem to be bringing
So someone tied in Endgame. So
like
when
a pre.
Doctor Strange was talking
it's like
to
a cosmic
Wong,
entity.
he's like, "Is this all the wizards we have left?" He's like, "Yes." Maybe Baron Mordo killed them, most of them.
Probably.
So that's a little tie-in you could do there. But that's what I want to get your guys' thoughts on that. And what you guys are most excited about with
definitely
Marvel.
Probably Doctor Strange.
But easily, dude, I was so excited about it, and I think that theory is gonna happen. Blade. 20-minute scene at least with Blade in there. Something small.
Just something to have him show up, just to have it implemented.
Yeah, I just think it works. I mean, the other place I could see Blade popping up is Loki, but I think Doctor Strange is the perfect way to intersect Blade into this universe.
If you don't, because it's a horror,
R
that's
is
the
gonna
thing.
be PG-13.
R. They gotta go R.
If they don't do R.
I don't think they have to go R. You can get away with a lot nowadays.
Well,
that's
yeah,
true.
maybe
So here's the thing: you don't have to do R. It would be enhanced to do R-rated.
Yeah.
But if they do PG-13, I'm not gonna be pissed.
Just push PG-13 as far as you can go.
Well, because it's Disney now.
Yeah. But they have the Fox banner. I mean, that's how they're gonna do Deadpool. Deadpool's gonna go under Fox instead of Disney. You're not gonna
wait. So Blade's going under Fox?
I don't know. Literally, no one knows. The guy who's playing Blade, he fucking went to them and said, "What's going on with Blade? I want to be Blade." When a 2-time Academy Award winner comes to you and says, "I want to be Blade," you give him fucking Blade,
right?
And he's perfect, dude. He's perfect casting is that. I literally pissed my pants of excitement. So talking about D23 Phase 5 though, coming up.
When's D25?
D23 is at the end of August. So I'm assuming they're going to announce their slate for Phase 5. They're going to announce Black Panther stuff. They're going to announce Captain Marvel stuff. They're going to announce Guardians of the Galaxy stuff.
Talk about more Blade.
More Blade. I think they're also going to announce Fantastic Four there.
Probably.
And I was telling him this. I guarantee John Krasinski and Emily Blunt both walk out, and they are Reed Richards and Invisible Woman.
That would be fucking amazing!
I thought they were going to come out on this stage, but they're still filming A Quiet Place 2, so I have a feeling why not just wait for D23 and have them walk out. I also think they're going to announce that the mutants, because they said mutants, they didn't say X-Men. So my theory is that they're going to have Storm and Black Panther. They're going to have Wolverine show up in this one. They're going to have this in this one. And that's how they're going to slowly, and then I think they're going to have 2 team-up films at the end of Phase 5. A New Avengers, which is the younger ones,
right,
and an X-Men film, and that's when they're all gonna come together.
You think the Mansion's gonna get blown up again?
Who?
The
Mansion's gonna get blown up.
You know what the thing though about the X-Men though? I just hope they keep this one character intact, and it's Magneto. He has to have been a Holocaust survivor. You cannot change that.
Yeah.
That's my only worry. It's like, how do you get and say the mutants are a thing when there have never been talks of mutants?
Yeah, mention like the first one was like maybe like during World War II.
Yeah, so and maybe the snap made everything go more. You know what I mean?
Like, something
mutants, like more radiation stuff like that came out. I'm excited. I also think they're gonna announce stuff about Spider-Man. I think we're gonna find out about Sinister Six and shit.
I hope so.
Let me ask you guys this: who do you think's gonna play Wolverine? Who do you think they're looking at?
Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton?
I think
really?
Kingsman. Yep, I think he's perfect.
What the fuck?
I think they're gonna go with a very young. I think they're gonna go with a young cast. Especially when it comes to Wolverine.
I mean...
What you got?
Plus, he's really close with Hugh Jackman. But they might go with... For all I know, they might go with an older Wolverine and just bring in new X-Men and...
Truthfully... Bless you.
Thanks.
Truthfully, you can do whatever you want for Wolverine. You're not going to be able to...
You're never going to top Logan.
No.
Well,
no. You're never going to top Hugh Jackman.
Well, you know what I want to say?
You can get any... Like, you can get...
I don't want him to do Wolverine.
I think you're fine.
Cyclops, do Storm, do these characters that didn't really get that much shit to do in the original one.
Like honestly, like you can do.
Beast would be cool to see again.
You can do whatever you want with Wolverine. You can get any actor. You're not gonna top what Hugh Jackman did. No. Hugh Jackman literally is Wolverine. Like you look at him, it's like
what if
Wolverine.
they did a Spider?
You look at the
type
comics,
thing
like
Wolverine's character, but Hugh Jackman and Taron Egerton.
Look, if you could get Hugh Jackman,
said he would come back if he was in an Avengers film. I don't think it'll happen though. I don't think he. I think Logan was the perfect send off for that character.
Absolutely. Oh, I know, but could you imagine?
And especially for Hugh Jackman, dude, I'd freak the fuck out.
Oh my god,
Wolverine. $1 billion.
Wolverine and a oh my god, that'd be amazing.
It's gonna be awesome. But do you guys have any theories for any of these phases?
Phase 5 hadn't even crossed my mind until you brought it up right now.
Truthfully.
Looking at this, I don't even know.
So one of the fan questions is bringing it up now. Who do you guys want to see as a Fantastic Four? Like Doctor Doom?
They need to do
Storm.
Doctor Doom. right.
They need to do
him right.
They need to do
so dirty.
Yeah, I want them to. They should do Fantastic Four and like the next Adventures or like the next big one. It should be Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is one of the most powerful characters.
That's why I want.
And that's the thing. Like, why I
want him to be a menace though.
He gets shit on.
I know.
They fuck it up
every time.
No, I think they'll do it right this
time. Oh, they'll eventually do it right.
I think
but
this time around.
Well, so it's rumored.
I think they got it.
It's rumored the 2 directors that this is actually the 4th time around. There's a really bad 60s Fantastic Four. It's fucking horrible. It's the worst one out of all of them. There's actually 2 directors that are being rumored right now to be the directors. So it's the directors of The Incredibles, Brad Bird, or the director of Ant-Man and the Wasp and Ant-Man. Now, I actually kind of hope the guy who did Ant-Man gets it, just because this is his passion project. He's been trying to make a Fantastic Four.
Oh, then yeah, let him have it.
And he's already done 2 Ant-Man films.
Yeah, let him have it.
Let him do
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Brad Bird gets signed on. I'm on board.
Yeah.
But he's done Incredibles. I don't want to see him do another superhero thing. Let him go do something else. Fantastic Four, though, there's some other rumors saying it's going to take place in the 60s and that they're going to get stuck in the quantum realm.
Ooh.
And that's why they're not in Endgame. But I think John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are perfect casting for Reed Richards. I also saw fan casting that Taron Egerton could be a really good Johnny Storm, or Zac Efron could be a really good one.
I think Zac Efron would be a great Storm.
And a good thing would be Andy Serkis, the guy who's played the monkey from War of the Planet of the Apes.
Mm.
Or he would be a good Doctor Doom. But he's already played Claw in Black Panther, so that's the issue. So I don't know, but personally, the most exciting casting I'm looking forward to is whoever's Norman Osborn and whoever's Dr. Doom. Those are my 2.
Yeah.
I'm still calling it Matthew McConaughey is Norman Osborn though.
That would.
They're gonna get a high caliber actor for that position. And it's gonna be
Matthew McConaughey would be perfect for Osborn.
He would be. If they're gonna go with small. So here's the thing: if they want to make Norman Osborn one of the big villains in the MCU, you go Matthew McConaughey. They want to stick it for a Spider-Man film, you go the Governor from The Walking Dead because he's rumored as well for a big role in Marvel.
I forgot about that guy.
He would be good as Doctor Doom as well.
Yeah.
He would be really good. But I kind of wanted to go a little bit younger for Doctor Doom because he's in his late 40s. So I think go a little bit younger for Doctor Doom. But I don't know. I mean,
what's his face? Guy who played in Assassin's Creed.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Well, he would be good, but it's gonna be hard because he was Magneto.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
right.
That's the only tough part. Is,
you couldn't do it.
And that's the one thing I'm gonna be sad about not having him and James McAvoy back as X and
I love that generation of X-Men was so cool to see.
It 100% was, except Dark Phoenix.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's not the best.
No?
Here's the thing. 3. I heard it was horrible. I went in and I was like, it's better than Apocalypse. So,
what was your favorite thing you saw
at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Taking Marvel out of the equation, Witcher. Witcher sold me on the series.
Best cosplay?
Best cosplay, I saw a giant man dressed as a gremlin.
Really? Wait, what was that?
A man was dressed as a gremlin.
Oh, jeez.
Like from the
Yes, I have to find the picture. I didn't take one, but I saw someone else took one with him. There was a cool Mysterio one. Surprisingly, only one Mysterio one I saw. And there were a lot of cool Thor ones. Like Bro Thor. Saw some guy walking around with alcohol in his hand, and someone's like, "Fuck yeah, it's Thor!" And he's like, there was a cool cosplay of all the Avengers fucked up from the Endgame battle. They were like limping and stuff.
That was pretty fucking cool.
There's cool ones like that, but surprisingly not a lot. I was kind of surprised not to see that many. Yeah, Phoenix Comic Con did way more.
Yeah, when I went to Phoenix Comic Con, that one had so much to people dressing up was so cool. I saw a lot of there's a lot of Fallout people do their Destiny characters.
Dude, yeah, I saw someone whole group did all the Apex Legend characters. That was really cool.
That's pretty cool
because they were all huddled together.
Blood Hunter.
And then I saw, dude, do you know what the most cosplay I saw there was? Psychos from Borderlands.
Ooh.
There were and they weren't working. They were actual people.
Yeah, but that's also probably one of the easiest ones too.
Many people.
That's probably cool as shit.
So the other thing I want to talk about is I went to a variety party. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Best food I've ever had in my life.
Whoa.
They had pretzel buns with fried chicken in it. Best fucking chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life.
What the fuck?
I ate 10 of them.
Jeez.
And then I picked up a burger thinking it was gonna be good. Nah, that shit was a veggie burger. Threw that shit in the trash so fucking fast. But that was cool. Oh, I also met the Terminator guy, the Stranger Things Terminator Russian. I met him. He was cool. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. Yeah, fucking huge.
Yeah,
huge man.
Dude looked stacked.
He was stacked. But overall, it was a great adventure. Really fun. Definitely will have the hang of it next year. My Airbnb was great as well. Great people there. Let me do whatever the fuck I want. I left my lanyards there though, so if you listen to this, please send me my lanyards back. Because I didn't want to bother you with an email saying, "Can you send me my $3 lanyard?"
Yeah.
Would you rather wait in line at Comic-Con or Disneyland on the busiest day?
Disneyland, because there's probably shade.
Oh,
I got sunburnt because there wasn't shade.
Oh.
So that's the thing. I would rather wait at Disneyland.
Fuck.
So, honestly though, I'll say this. Damn, no way in hell. Because those lines, like I said, people wait for more than 10 hours. Disneyland, you wait in 2 hours.
That's true.
2 hours
that
at the most.
True.
Because like when I went to Disney World, we waited in the
40 hours. I forgot. People are waiting for 2
hours just to get on the Avatar ride. Then we found out we had free fast passes for everything. That was a cool waste of 2 hours.
Wow.
But yeah, so that is San Diego Comic-Con, guys. Tyler, where are we at? Do you want to see the time? Let's see what time we're at. Because we got... Oh, cool. We got a lot of time to go. So we saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood last night. Or, yeah, when we were recording.
Yeah.
2 nights ago.
2 nights.
This is one of my most anticipated films of the year, and it lived up to every fucking out of it.
It was
Carlos
really
has not seen it, so we're not going to spoil it, so
yet,
don't worry.
Just talk about the highlights of it.
The highlights of it is, one, let's start with DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah. DiCaprio's acting.
DiCaprio is incredible. And the scene that you see in the trailer where he's asking for his line, and he goes, "You messed," and he goes in the show, he's like, "You messed up your goddamn fucking line." You go, "Da da 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 da." That goes on for like 6 or 7 minutes, and it's hilarious.
Funny. He's just going.
And Tyler gets up to go to the bathroom right at that moment.
And, I missed a little bit, but like I caught the tail end. It was so funny.
Brad Pitt steals the whole movie.
See, I was talking to him. I thought the best personally, what I thought was so good about this movie is that you have two really, really, really talented actors, and it didn't feel like either one of them stole. I felt like truthfully, it stayed pretty even.
I was listening to an interview with Tarantino. He said he's like, if either one of them, if DiCaprio or Pitt would have passed, I would have not taken the other one. He's like, I had 9 different pairs of actors paired up. So he's like, I had DiCaprio and Pitt. I had Cruise and someone else, and I don't want to get into it because I offered them the deals and stuff. The only reason I'm saying he went and he's like, the only reason I'm mentioning Cruise is because there was rumors that Cruise was supposed to be in the film.
Gotcha.
Someone asked, so if Pitt would have declined it, would you have slid Cruise into that role? Because that was who Cruise was supposed to play. And he said no. He's like, no matter what, it would have been Pitt or DiCaprio.
You just had a good dynamic.
And it was perfect. Because this story... I've seen a lot of people... Do you guys watch Seinfeld? Have you ever watched Seinfeld?
I love it.
So you know Seinfeld is pretty much a story about nothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what this is about. It is truly a story about nothing.
Yeah.
But the true underlying meaning of this is friendship. That is the movie.
Yeah.
And it's one of the... I could have spent 8 hours hanging out with these guys. That's pretty much the movie's about. Is just seeing them live. Just seeing them live their lives.
So funny.
Until the third act.
The third act. Oh my god. Brad Pitt is so...
fucking... So this is probably his funniest film. I'd go as far as to say this is a straight up comedy.
There's
dramatic elements to it, but it's straight comedy.
And there's some serious elements to it too.
But holy shit.
Like the third act is literally like Tarantino just doing what he does best.
It's Tarantino saying fuck you.
Alright, fair enough. I'm about it.
And it's also... I don't want to say the word, so never mind. It's just insane. The only issue I think you and me had was a nitpick was the third act feels a little bit rushed. Yeah. It's like someone told him you gotta cut out 20 minutes. And it's a lot. It's not bad. It's just a narration kicks in, and it's very fast paced.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you can tell like all right the pacing, but at that moment you're at 2 hours.
Yeah,
you're at 2 hours.
That 2 hours and 45 minutes flew by.
At times
2
it
hours and 45 minutes.
2 hours. Yeah. And honestly, it didn't really feel like it. No. It was a really entertaining
The only time
movie.
I checked the time was to see, like, I'm curious, like, when watching his films, where are we at? Like, for my review purposes. And I checked, and it was, like, an hour in. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, we've only had, like, technically 3 scenes of people just talking. Yeah. That's fine with me.
It's just entertaining.
And it's entertaining, and it just... And the little girl in it.
Oh, my God. That part was so funny.
I'm going to look up her name real fast. She was... Dude, the cast was great. And, like,
Dude, that whole scene.
Yeah. And then Margot Robbie is Sharon Tate. While she doesn't have a lot of speaking in it, the way Tarantino uses Sharon Tate in here, because we all know Sharon Tate died by the man's.
Yeah.
The way that they use Sharon Tate in here is so unique. And the way it... I say it is this. It looks... The film made me feel like I took a deep dive into Tarantino's soul and mind. Ooh. And the way that he feels about old Hollywood, new Hollywood, everything.
No fucking shit. I didn't even really think about that.
And that's how I look at it, is that out of every single one of his films he's ever done, this is his most calm, in a sense. Besides the third act, it's his most calm.
Dude, the third act's like that. You know exactly what part I'm talking about.
Yeah, the third act is insane.
So crazy.
Okay, where's the girl? Where's the squirrel? Did I just say squirrel?
Yeah, you just say
squirrel. It's a fucking girl. Oh, fuck. Who is...
Girl.
Those
two scenes are probably my favorite. The one where he does like the acting and...
The acting.
And then, just that part where he's doing... What is the Wild Wild West show?
The Wild Wild West,
yeah, where he's like...
Julie Butters.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's so
Dude,
good in that
I've
movie.
never seen her in anything, and she is so good in it. I will temper people's expectations. This is not a film about the Mansons. Charles Manson, the scene you see in the trailer, that's his scene. Yeah. That's it. He's not in it for the rest of the film. Cool. So, and I was fine with that. 100% fine with it.
But it's also, like, I love how, because I feel like if you would have thrown, like, the Mansons in there, just, like, more than what it would have...
away from the friendship thing.
It would take away
from Because you do go to where they live at. That's hilarious. That whole moment.
Yeah, and, but you're, like, everything about that
And the thing that Tarantino does so well is making you feel uncomfortable when you're there.
Yeah.
Because, like...
You see the girls. You see everything.
Well, you see, like, a lot of feet.
Yeah. These are all barefoot. But it's, like, it just...
A lot of armpit hair. It's just gross.
Damn hippies.
But dude, it is, and dude, DiCaprio though is just wild. Like this, I've never seen him in a performance like this. Like this outlandish, and like the way that he has to play this actual character who has a stutter, like an impediment. I mean, he has an impediment, a speech impediment, but he also he has to go into other acting. He has to act like actual characters because he's on movie sets. It is such a unique film that, like, I think on rewatches this is gonna bump up my Tarantino ranking, because right now it's my number 4. I think it could easily go up to number 2. I really loved it.
I gotta see it.
There's one part that I just like, just the way his acting is. Like, it shows you, like, how good his acting is.
The one on set.
Yeah, where he's like on set doing, like, the whole show, and then, like, he has to break. He's like, I forgot my lines. And then he really gets line. Yeah, he's like line, like, what was it? And then, like, they tell him, and then he immediately gets back into that character, and it's like what the hell? Like, you go from, like, 2 different actors in one movie. It's really, really cool. But it shows you how good he is at acting. And there's
a dog in it, and I love the dog.
Yeah. Everything, the whole movie's really good.
The movie's... I think it's almost
you just have... You have to appreciate it for what it is.
There will be people who don't like it.
Detail.
And I will understand if you don't like it, but I think if you're a Tarantino fan, you know what you're getting into with this one. But yeah, so I wanted to ask from you guys. So Tarantino says he's only going to do 10 films and he's retiring from making movies. This is his 9th film. Now, he stated that this might be his last one, depending on the thing. He's going to make a 10th one.
He better.
There's elements that he's talked about maybe doing a Kill Bill 3. Don't do a Kill Bill 3. Kill Bill ended perfectly. He's talked about doing a Pulp Fiction prequel. I don't care. I don't want a prequel, to be honest. He's talked about doing a Star Trek film that he's actually written a script for. An R-rated, hardcore Star Trek film with Chris Pine. I don't want him directing that. I want to see a script. I want someone else to make it. I don't want him directing that. What kind of genre film do you guys want him to make last? I have one idea, but I want you guys to go first. So, Carlos, I'm going to start with you. What genre of film do you want to see Tarantino tackle? Could be something he's tackled before, like a Western, crime drama, or it could be something he's never done before.
Can you imagine if he tried to do a horror?
That is where my idea was. Because he's done Death Proof, and Death Proof has horror elements to it.
Yeah.
I want him to do a full-on fucking horror film.
I am so interested to see what he could do in a horror film.
100%. The other one I'm saying is an original sci-fi.
See, like, I thought about it.
Sci-fi would be fucking
I would like
to
see
a sci-fi horror.
I would really like to see an original sci-fi. I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, horror would be cool. Because I had the same thought, but I feel like it would be, like, just another Evil Dead in a weird way. If
that is true.
Because he's so balls to the wall. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's great as him as a director. And
but we didn't get another one.
He could do it.
Actually,
that would be pretty cool if they did. Or just did an Evil Dead 2.
Maybe. I personally want him to do a sci-fi, but a sci-fi horror would be really cool. But that's my question. And of course, honestly, if he does another one, his last film, I really want Christoph Waltz and Samuel L. Jackson to be the main characters.
Yeah. Because
those are the two that have probably given the best performances. I mean, why not throw DiCaprio in there too? I mean, but if the story tells for it, or maybe go with a female cast, because like Kill Bill is one of his strongest characters as well, the bride.
And Death Proof too.
Death Proof as well has a lot of female great characters.
I think what he should do is like just for his last film, he should just take all of like the most iconic characters from all of his films and just put them into this one. Samuel Jackson.
Like the actors, or do you mean actual characters?
No, the actors.
Oh, okay.
Not the characters, the actual actors. That
cool.
would be pretty cool.
That would be cool. It's like a Super Smash Brothers. Dude, imagine you did Super Smash Brothers movie.
But in a weird way, it's like it's like an Avengers movie. Like you're taking all your like best actors that like the most iconic characters.
But imagine if he actually did a Super Smash Brothers movie.
Jeez, I don't want to talk about dropping a hard R.
I don't want to talk about that.
Motherfucker.
Jesus Christ.
There's no N-words in the film either.
Really?
No.
That's surprising.
Well, I was thinking about this because someone did a review on it. He's like, I don't think there was a single black person in this movie. And now thinking about it, I really don't think there was. There was?
It wasn't like not a main character, but she was in it. At the Playboy Mansion, there was black playmates.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's also some cameos from other Tarantino films.
Yeah.
One that's very apparent in a Western. That's just perfect to look out for. But yeah, guys, definitely go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, by the time this podcast is posted, it's already been out. So if you haven't seen it yet, please go see it. If you're under the age of 18, sneak into it. Pay for a ticket, or best thing I do. I go, when I couldn't do it, I'd go up and...
Pay for a ticket. Because you're not stealing. You're just going in from one movie to a different.
Pretty much.
But you still pay for it. It's not stealing.
Just make sure your theater doesn't count. And if you do, sit next to an adult. Because then you just act like it's your dad. So there's that. So we had a couple things drop over the weekend as well. Some other horror-related stuff. Talking about horror. Zombieland 2 trailer dropped.
Let's go.
So I did a trailer reaction review on it. And as much fun as that trailer is, I do have...
about horror, but...
It's a horror.
Horror.
It's a horror comedy. I have an issue with it. That...
Yeah, me and you both have the same one.
Yeah, we have the same exact issue. And maybe you'll notice it now, too. So, I think it looks hilarious.
I think it looks
Dude, don't get me wrong. I fucking laughed my ass off.
I saw...
Nut up or shut up. And who is just excited to see that they're all back?
Well, that's what... Yeah. I'm happy they got the original cast.
Well, that's why it took so long.
Yeah, and... Like, it was one of my favorite movies. I pretty believe I saw that movie when it first came out on my birthday. I believe it released on my birthday.
Well, so do you want to know the original plan was to actually do a television show with Amazon Prime? But all the actors were busy. That show came out with different actors. That is a horrible show. Got canceled after 2 episodes.
Woo!
So, yeah, it's horrible. But so with this new one, obviously they took their time. I'm hoping they took their time with the script. It's from the guys who did Deadpool. Like, everyone's coming back pretty much.
Right.
Same writers, same directors, same actors. Seeing them all fight zombies in the beginning in front of the White House was great.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
It was awesome. And I've actually read rumors that they're going to put other zombies into it, like from Left 4 Dead type shit.
Please do.
Like
that'd be a nice...
zombie types, like a boomer. I'm not saying that
or
that's
just something that'll
like,
give us something more than just
like a variety.
Zombies.
But I think that fits into the Zombieland world. Now, here's my issue
over
with
the top, stupid.
Cool to see.
So that's my issue with the trailer. Way too over the top. I just rewatched the first one. The first one is the perfect mix of horror and comedy.
I would agree.
This one, while it still has some horror, it's a lot more comedy. I don't have an issue with that. My issue with it is it feels like an SNL skit sometimes. Like when the girl's like, do you have weed with you? He's like, do I look like the guy who has weed? Oh yeah. Like, I'm just like...
That's fair.
And it's the girl, corny. The blonde girl who, like the seatbelt roll, I'm like, really? Like, it's like that slapstick humor. And that wasn't in the original one. Like, as much. It was more clever. This one had clever jokes for sure. Hopefully, the whole ending scene when the monster truck, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Hopefully they like reactions come out and the directors and writers like go back and cut shit out.
Well, it comes out in 2 months. This is the first. That's why I'm actually a little bit worried.
Oh,
2 months.
Damn, I didn't realize the release date. I didn't. Damn.
It's not like it comes out in like a couple months from now. It comes out in 2 months.
Cut some shit out, maybe.
The thing is, I just hope that's not the whole film. I don't mind if it's here and there, but you gotta keep that horror tone and that comedy tone.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
Give
thing,
it like I hope those are just comic reliefs.
Well, here's the thing though, is they can't stick with horror forever though, because
they can't.
The characters have lived in this world now. They're used to zombies being around. They can handle themselves. So that's like I understand that they can't just keep doing the same thing. I think what they could do with the movie is if there are other types that could bring in the horror.
I do love the title, Zombieland Double Tap.
Yeah.
So this is the story. Columbus, Tallahassee, Wichita, and Little Rock move to America Heartland as they face off against evolved zombies, fellow survivors, and the growing pains of the snarky makeshift family. So
I think the variant types in zombies could bring back the horror elements, but I don't think it needs to be super apparent anymore because these characters have already established themselves in this world. They've established themselves with each other. They're comfortable around each other now. I think it's fair.
Yeah, this is my thing. Does it take place a couple months after the original? Well, actually, it has to take place a couple years because the younger one's grown up.
Yeah.
Or is it nowadays?
Well, here's my thing.
I think it's just a couple years.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, for me to like this movie is, I have to like it for the original reason why I like the first. That's my thing.
It's unique.
Yeah. Like, hopefully,
the creativity.
Hopefully it's not just super corny and shit like that.
Do you know what the first one reminds me of? Of a Edgar Wright film, like Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, yeah,
like
absolutely.
But, like, Americanized.
But,
that's what I'm hoping this does. I'm hoping it's not just like, oh, shit, like, we have the Zombieland property. These actors aren't busy. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have came back if it wasn't a good script.
That too.
I mean, especially how the opening ends. Do we not... Like, I forgot. They've all been nominated for an Oscar or won. That's the thing. Woody, that's what's funny in the beginning. Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, Abigail Breslin, and Jesse Eisenberg have all been nominated. Yeah. And that first, I love Woody Harrelson's look in this, and the action looks really cool. Looking at the cast,
hopefully there's not a lot of slow mo.
So here's my thing: Zombieland had that great Bill Murray cameo.
Oh yeah.
It actually says Bill Murray's part of the cast. I think that's a rumored thing. So who's the cameo in this? I think it's another Ghostbusters.
That'd be pretty cool.
You kind of have to go that route. You know what I mean? Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah,
but these two are rumored, so I don't know.
It just can't be anything.
I think it would be
it just can't be anything current.
No. I think it'd be fun if they ran it.
Well, because if you look at the Twitter page, they said, "Oh, I'm tweeting off my iPhone 3 right now." So I think that's the year it's taking place. Because let's see, what year did the iPhone 3 come out? iPhone 3 release date. It came out 2008.
Okay.
So when did the original Zombieland come out?
Dang. Has it really been that long?
2009.
So when did the iPhone 5 come out?
That's what I'm thinking. So it's probably 2 years later.
Yeah.
So think about it. So 2009, 2010. So maybe it's only been a year.
Yeah.
Because they found an iPhone 3. Who said they were going to find... like it just came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm still hesitant for it. Doesn't mean I'm not excited for it, though. I just hope it doesn't have that kookiness to it. You can have enough of it in there. Like the whole clown joke in the original when he's in the bathroom. That's the best jump scare in that fucking movie.
Fucking hate clowns.
I know. Oh, man, just so good. Talking another thing about horror, though, is the Halloween news. So actually, before I left, it dropped that they were going to release 2 Halloween films in the same month. That seems not to be the thing. Halloween Kills is next year. The year after that's Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
And they said this will be the end of Michael Myers. They said we don't have plans to do anything else. We developed the second one as a trilogy or as a finish off to make 2 more. So, this is my thing. I'm sure it's not gonna go this way. I'm sure Michael Myers is still alive some fucking how. I think it's the daughter that's the killer now. I think it's the daughter that's gonna be the killer.
I didn't watch the last
one. Oh, sorry. Well,
it's all good.
It zoomed in on her hand with a knife.
Yeah, and it started playing the music.
Yeah, and it was really good. I mean, I liked the last one a lot.
Yeah. I wish there was a little bit more Michael in it, though.
I do, too. But I still think it was a fun, entertaining time. So here's my thing for you guys. How do you think... What property should Blumhouse go after next to revive? I want Nightmare on Elm Street next.
Yeah. I need a new Nightmare on Elm Street.
Because Jason would be cool.
Yeah.
I want another Jason.
That last Jason reboot was not enough.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't enough.
The last Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street
was so
horrible.
Shit.
Well, that was like...
What's his face was good in it, though. The guy who plays Rorschach was good in it. I thought he was decent as Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
But... Are we all in favor of Nightmare on Elm Street coming back next?
The Friday the 13th got...
Jason is my
the last...
I love Jason.
The last...
I can't get enough of the camp stories.
Friday the 13th movie. It was good, but nothing where it was fantastic. The last, like you said, the last Nightmare on Elm Street was not good.
Oh, okay.
So I think that they should.
That's the one they kind of bring up, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up some viewer questions right now, since I think we're all kind of the minority. I'm excited for like the next type of Halloween.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be nice.
They also the new Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that? I haven't seen the trailer for it. I haven't seen the trailer for it.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Devil's Rejects. I saw the trailer. I'm excited for it because I like those crazy Rob Zombie movies.
I agree.
It looks just like the same reason why you love House of 1,000 Corpses or the original Devil's Rejects. It just looks disturbing and really, really psycho messed up.
So we got some viewer questions. You ready?
Yep.
So, did you see the Venice Film Festival and TIFF lineup? I don't think you guys did. So, I'll just tell you some of the films. Joker is premiering at both those festivals.
Oh, wait, yeah, I read about that.
So, Joker is premiering, the first superhero film to ever premiere. Well, not superhero, but comic book film. Knives Out, which is the new Rian Johnson film, the guy who made Looper and Last Jedi and Brick. And it's a Whodunit film with Chris Evans, and it's heavy R-rated. Ford versus Ferrari, which is the guy who made Logan's new film with Matt Damon and... who played Batman in Dark Knight?
What are they gonna do with that?
Christian?
I have no idea what the hell that could even be.
Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah. It's based on a true story about Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know there's
personally out of all those.
Like
and then Taika Waititi's new film Jojo Rabbit, the satire film on Adolf Hitler.
Right. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Fucking hilarious. So there's it was like only 30 seconds, and Taika Waititi's playing playing Adolf Hitler. And he comes up and he's like, Jojo, what's the matter? He's like, the kids are calling me Jojo Rabbit and making fun of me. He's like, everyone used to make fun of me. I said I'd get them killed. Look where I am now. And then someone interviewed him. They're like, what do you have to look into playing Hitler? He's like, nothing. He's a fucking cunt. Yep.
That's all I need to say.
So I'm so excited for Jojo Rabbit. The one film that wasn't announced yet, though, that I'm looking forward to is Queen and Slim. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for this, but it's with the guy from Get Out, Daniel Kaluuya, is going to be in it. And it's about a guy who...
Skins. I used to watch Skins a lot.
He went on a Tinder date with this girl, drives her home, cop pulls him over, gets a little bit frisky with him, and he accidentally shoots the cop to death and gets labeled as a cop killer. And him and this girl have to go on the run. I have a prediction right now that's going to win Best Picture. That or Jojo Rabbit will. And I'm only from a trailer. So... I think out of all those, for me, if I were to go, because if we were to go, what would be the one thing that I would want to see? Joker or Knives Out would be my...
Same.
So the next thing is, this guy, I don't think he knows that our podcast is named The Good Boys, because he said, does it seem off-putting how young the kids are in Good Boys, are in the movie making these insane jokes? So I've seen Good Boys, that 6th grade R-rated.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Was it good?
Yeah, I loved it.
Was it like super bad?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surprisingly, though, the kids aren't the ones cussing. It's the people around them. It's kind of South Park-ish, like a live-action South Park. Just a little bit more clever, in my opinion.
I fucking love South Park.
Yeah.
South Park never gets old.
Next one is favorite sports movie. Warrior.
Never Back Down.
That's a good one.
Or Southpaw.
Southpaw's really good.
Longest Yard.
Which one?
Longest Yard.
That's a good one. We already answered this one. Then let me go to Twitter because we got some Twitter ones. So again, guys, if you have questions, we prefer ones that aren't about movies.
We talk about movies way too much. Yeah. We need something else.
Well, the next podcast ain't about fucking movies.
Yeah, it's just...
So which particular stories made a huge impact on your life? This can be any story. I like this question.
Which one?
That's a great question.
Which particular story? So it could be a true life story. It could be a...
That is a really, really, really good question.
Yeah, it's from Hector G.
Hector G, great question, man.
Thank you.
Great question. God, there's a lot of stories.
There are. I mean, they can be fictional. They can be movie.
Oh, I know. That's one thing.
Related.
Like, I love...
the UTI one?
Yeah, the UTI story is great.
People don't know we were talking about UTIs before this podcast. If you don't know what a UTI is, don't look it up.
I really like...
Blue waffle.
Oh, jeez.
Now all
throwback to like
all the younger.
What was that, like,
I just ruined a bunch of little kids. They're just gonna go look up
that
those
was
blue
like
waffles.
an elementary
Don't
thing, huh?
Yeah, it's horrible.
That was awful. What the hell is wrong with that?
It's just what a Smurf is. Don't look it up.
I really like the story of the koi fish.
Which one's that?
In Japan, like folklore, like if koi fish will swim upstream once a year or once a lifetime, and if they're able to go up the stream and into the pond, they turn into a dragon. Oh. That's why you see koi fish are so sacred, and same thing with dragons. They go hand in hand. So that's a pretty cool story. It's like if you try your hardest at something in life, and if you really, really try, you'll eventually like.
I think that's something everyone can learn from. What about you? Any stories?
This question is just way over my head.
It could be a movie.
Yeah, like what's something that you just really
Here,
like?
I got a movie. Wolf of fucking Wall Street.
You really like Skins. You like that story.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, like, for me, Wolf of Wall Street motivates me.
That's a good point. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's a good point. Whenever things would get, like, really bad for me, growing up, I used to rewatch Skins. Like, that was my therapy. I've seen that show, like, 13 times over, and it's just a coming-of-age story. And every season, that's all it is just these kids, like, being idiots and learning from their mistakes. But it's great. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed it, and it helped me keep my head straight. Like, other people deal with this shit, too. So it's, like, it helped me, like, focus in and, like, keep going, you know? It kept me motivated.
Yeah, I dig it. Seeing, like, I already Wolf of Wall Street, like, the second I saw that film, I'm just like, this motivates me to not do cocaine on a hooker's ass, but to just do, like, live your life. Like, and I think
cocaine off a hooker's tits?
No. Oh. The biggest motivation thing for that is that guy faked it till he made it.
Yeah, that's the craziest part.
That is 100% what you do.
Yeah. It's like
especially in today's society. Like, you fake it till you make it. You think you want to get into something, you fucking fake it. You want to go to Disneyland for free? Just walk through the exit and say you're a worker.
Well, here's like the true thing about that in life is like you have
really?
Yes. You have to do like you have to either be one or the other. Either you have to be super fake and just fake it till you make it, or be 100% authentic. There is no middle ground with that.
No.
Like you have to be on one spectrum or the other. I don't judge you either way. You succeed. Hey, get yours where you can get yours. Mm-hmm. If you fake it, cool. At least you got it.
100%.
If you're 100% authentic, you got it. You got it. Yeah. The bottom line is that you got it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Colin left us a question. I don't directly have like an answer for this one, so I just want to mention because we love Colin.
I love you, Colin.
Colin's a fucking cool dude. Was there a line or quote in a book, movie, or anywhere that made you think about your life, what you wanted to accomplish? I mean.
That's my fucking McConaughey.
It's my fucking ringtone, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's my fucking ringtone. That's awesome. Great. Personally, there's nothing like directly that sticks out to me, like as a line. I mean, I like lines from movies, but like nothing that like made me think about my life or made me accomplish. I would have to truly look up like some movie quotes and stuff. I mean, like I could look up some right now and we'll see. Like movie quotes.
I'm gonna like. I'm pretty sure I've written down like things. I'm like, hey, that's a pretty good like.
Yeah, fuck you. Just for people who don't know, Carlos is watching me really like fuck around with my
struggling trying to
search queue. One of my favorite lines. It was the best advice my teachers ever gave me, and every teacher has ever given this advice to everyone. Mm-hmm. Keep your eyes on your own paper.
Oh,
that's fair.
That's a good one. I have one.
This is Sparta!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was so much more aggressive than I was ready for.
I was not prepared for that at all.
Holy shit, I'm sweating.
Yeah, that's what you get, you fucking maniac.
Some other things.
That's way too much.
I need to take my shirt off.
It's only 2:07.
No, take it off.
Take your clothes off for me. Another one that from Forrest Gump, Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. That's a great one.
That's a good one.
Looking up some other ones. Well, Nobody's Perfect. That's from Some Like It Hot. Here's Johnny. That's the
yeah. You're just going through them. This is just one-liners.
Yeah.
You didn't answer Colin's question.
I didn't, but Colin, that was a question I need to think about more. Last one is, we kind of mentioned it beforehand. Do you think the superhero movies are just a trend that will eventually die down, or is it a genre that will forever remain popular?
Forever remain popular is a very broad question.
I think it's both.
That's forever. It's a broad question.
So I think personally how it works is it's a genre now.
Yeah,
it's a genre. I would more say it's a comic book. Comic book films is just a genre now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not even so much just.
The thing is
there's a I just saw a trailer for a new movie coming out that's got the guy from Raid. It's a superhero movie.
Oh, on Netflix.
Yeah, Japanese, or what is it?
I don't remember what it's called.
Korean or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
But
Iko's new film.
I mean, I like that guy. Mm-hmm. He's cool. Every movie he's in, he beats ass.
Yeah, every single time beats ass.
Beats ass, bro.
Beats ass.
Beats ass. For me, I think the trend will eventually die down. I mean,
I think it'll get oversaturated, and that's when people will start to stop and have to branch out again.
I mean, right now it's kind of saturated. You know what? You want to know why Marvel's working right now? You might not love every film they do, but almost every single film, while it may be a comic book film or a superhero film, it has a different subgenre in there.
That, and you also have good actors.
And
everybody wants to be on it.
When you look at the DC films,
like
don't shade at them. They're straight superhero films.
Yeah.
Like that's what they are. But you look at like Spider-Man. It's a coming of age film in a sense. Yeah. Both of them are. Avengers Endgame, I mean, that's just a straight up superhero film, but with time travel elements.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man, biggest example. They're heist films.
Yeah.
That's what keeps them fresh.
Yeah.
So I think eventually the trend will go down, just like it always has. Westerns were a big popular thing. Do we see a lot of Westerns now? Fuck no. We barely see Westerns.
Western, you remember that movie Cowboys vs. Aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie was sick.
That was pretty cool.
You know, a lot of people hate that movie, and I don't get why. I like it.
I was also
thinking Daniel Craig. That was the shit.
And it's directed by the guy who did Iron Man.
I was also kind of thinking about this too. I want to say it's probably more leaning on the trend side, because when you think about superhero movies, the ones that make the biggest headlines and like the most noise and et cetera, are Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, there's DC and there's a ton of other superhero movies that don't really get talked about.
Do you think, besides Joker, is there another DC film coming out this year? Yes or no?
Is there another one?
Yeah.
There may be.
Well, I'm going to tell you, yes, there is. It comes out in August and has Tiffany Haddish and Melissa McCarthy, and it's called The Kitchen. And it's a DC Vertigo comic.
Right. Okay, I remember hearing about that.
And it's a crime drama.
Yeah. So what are you getting to on this?
Nothing, I'm just saying.
No, nothing?
Like there's so many different properties now.
Oh, yeah.
Kingsman, it's a fucking comic book.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like,
but that's getting a little like.
But that's what I'm just saying. Like,
but that's not fair, because pretty much everything's based off of a book.
It is.
And a comic book is a book, whether you look at it anyway or not. It's just a book. It's a book. So I wouldn't say
it's words on paper with visuals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like with that being said, like I wouldn't don't count that as like something different or anything special.
For me, I mean, it'll die down again.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a new genre, or there'll be another genre that kicks back up. Like, I remember horror used to be a big thing a couple of years ago. Horror's kind of died back down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd say. It's because it got very oversaturated very quick.
100%.
But
Insidious this, Sinister this, Paranormal this.
And then they started making movies
look at this.
Would You Rather, Truth or Dare.
Let me tell you this. Found footage. Let's be honest about that. It's one of the most saturated things now, which sucks, because I'm a big fan of those films. When they're done good, they're done good.
What?
Found footage films. Paranormal, Blair Witch, stuff like that. That's what sucks.
I think the first Paranormal Activity was good.
The first one's good. The third one's good. The rest.
Which one was the third one?
The one with the little girls.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Spooky.
It's stuff like that just the genre's all it's gonna get saturated. People get bored of it.
Yeah.
Pretty much this is the thing.
But I also
your money that you go to see a movie, that's what you're paying. You're paying Hollywood to pretty much go and say, "Oh, we should make more of that."
Yeah.
That's why Disney keeps making these live action films. So if you don't want them to make live action films, don't go see the fucking movies.
And that honestly, like, that's just the underlying rule with anything. Like, if like you putting your money towards something is basically telling that company that we should make more of this.
Mm-hmm.
You have like, if you're tired of saying something or just tired of supporting something, stop supporting it. It's simple as that.
Yeah, which 100%. So I mean, it's kind of both.
Yeah.
It's a good question. It's a really good question.
And
I'm honestly glad they brought it up.
Yeah, and I don't have anything against Marvel. Yeah. It's just, for me, I wish that the DC or like the other things that don't get talked about, I wish there was more light shown on it, because Swamp Thing got such good praise.
Here's the problem, though, is DC sucks. That's the thing.
They don't suck. They're unorganized. At first, they tried to say, we got to catch back up. We got to catch back up to them. We got to catch back up to them.
Because they were so unorganized. Marvel sold all their properties, and somehow they still came back and tied it all together. Mm-hmm. They're tying up loose ends. Like, things are coming together for Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Marvel, here's the thing. They have not had one bad movie. They've had...
Decent. A decent at worst.
A fine. Like, I walked down, I'm like, don't ever have to watch that again. It was fine.
Yeah.
DC has... They have an atrocity.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They have one atrocity with them.
Oh yeah.
That some people like. Fair enough. Suicide Squad, some of you guys like. More power to you.
You're out of your fuck. No.
I'm
bugging.
I'm happy that they like it. Batman v Superman, I hate the original cut. 3-hour cut's fucking perfect. Really, really good. Totally worth it.
I still haven't seen
Wonder Woman, good.
All three Batman movies, pretty damn good.
Man of Steel.
Fucking
I love Man of Steel. Fucking Aquaman, a lot of fun. Shazam, really good. This is the thing. They're on the uphill swing. It's just like you have to keep that going, and you have to
like
keep having them going.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You can't like this year they don't have any, and
But
I don't count Joker this year because
Joker is like what Logan was to Marvel.
Yeah, so it's completely different. I'm including like this new universe that they're doing. So next year we're getting Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn film. I know 2 people who have seen test screenings. One loved it. One fucking hated it. They both went together. They both hated Suicide Squad though, so that means it's not Suicide Squad. Yeah. It's just one really liked what they did with this stuff. The other one didn't. It is R-rated. That's cool.
Maybe honestly, DC should just buckle down and double down on just really mature. Like
they
just
should.
do.
Well, that's what
and
DC
that's,
is.
and that's what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
And I've said that.
Batman
and I've said that.
It's gonna be
like they haven't.
so different.
Yeah, and you also said the next Suicide Squad is also harder. Just honestly, make. Do you know what they should do? Like really,
it's not even rebooting. Well,
I thought he said he was rebooting.
I mean Harley Quinn's gonna be like, in it. Pretty much everyone's gonna.
Well, yeah, this is was just rebooting that universe, like that Suicide Squad. So he's rebooting that.
Well, no. So they're just. It's a sequel to Suicide Squad 1, but it's a reboot still. A remake is a complete remake. A reimagining. Right.
Yeah.
A reboot is like they're like trying to give it new life, which getting James Gunn, you're giving the fucking film new life. My theory about Suicide Squad 2, since the original cast is coming back besides Will Smith, they're all dying in the beginning. Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang, all those fucking people, they're all dying in the beginning. Because they're going to go out with the actual Suicide Squad thing, that they are the Suicide Squad. And I guess from rumors is that James Gunn wrote the script around is that pretty much only 3 out of the 6 main leads are the main characters. The other 3 are going to die. The show, there are stakes to this. So I like that. And I just in general, like, I'm hoping they get good. I never go into a film hoping it's bad.
I don't want...
Unless it's Dora the Explorer. I'm hoping that's the fucking worst thing I've ever seen.
But like with me, it's like...
It's probably going to be like the Emoji Movie. And
there's so many good stories and so many good superheroes in DC. I don't want you guys to go bad. I don't want Marvel just to take it all. I would really, really like, and what the smart thing to do so that both parties could benefit off of it, have Marvel be the kid movie, like the stuff that's PG-13, and then have DC be the superheroes that you watch when you grow up, where the really mature shit and actually talks about topics that like, all right, this is something.
Well, I mean, all of them are, and I mean, I
know, but it's just like they haven't done that. They haven't been doing that.
Well, we're not saying they have to be R-rated, but you can go like to that.
Just
more
be really,
level.
just be super mature. Like have it.
Too, is because they did that Batman warehouse scene
and Batman vs Superman.
Beat the fuck out of those dudes.
Yeah,
in that R-rated version, you see bones coming out.
Yeah, but like, and like think about like Watchmen, like. Watchmen was a great have DC be like, all right, kids, you're gonna go see
the trailer real fast.
Yes, I did.
With Dr.
Yeah. Like have it be like, all right, kids, you go watch Spider-Man or like go watch what this awesome. Like I'm not even saying that it's bad, but awesome nonetheless superhero movie. Me and Mom are gonna go watch this mature one that we can really enjoy. Like that would be cool.
The thing about these,
I'm okay with Marvel staying campy and DC being the mature grown-ups.
And the best thing about I could enjoy both.
Yes.
And that's what I want, because I don't want DC to be Marvel. I want them to be their own thing. That's why when they're like, oh, we gotta change the tone, they don't want a dark and gritty tone. No. It's not that I didn't want a dark and gritty tone. The thing I wanted you to do is make a good movie. That's what I fucking wanted you to do. Shazam did it perfectly. Shazam was dark while also being fun. I want to see it. That's the thing I love about Shazam.
And I think they honestly, I don't want them to do that. Just be you. Just make don't look.
You want to know how we can end this conversation? Just make a good fucking movie.
Just do what your teacher said. Mind your own paper. Like keep your eyes on your paper. Just mind your own business.
Yeah.
Like mind your own business. Do your own thing. Don't be copying Marvel. Be what you need to be.
Yep.
And you will and I guarantee the moment that you do that, it's probably great movies. It's probably be back to what
that's what I'm saying.
Next.
They did Shazam by its own. Hey, let's just make a good movie. Oh shit, people like this. Wonder Woman, the new one, I actually think is going to be really good.
I hope so.
But that's why Birds of Prey I'm actually kind of excited for, because it's supposed to be different. It's not supposed to be a Marvel film. It's going to be different. There's stuff I can't say because I know stuff about it, and I don't want to say it on air.
For sure.
I have heard, though, I will talk about this because this is in the public. Have you heard about Black Mask in it?
Yes. I've heard
how he is the best DCEU villain in this universe, and that he is
in Birds of Prey.
In Birds of Prey, he is so good.
Really?
And they changed something about him. Now, if you don't want to know anything about Birds of Prey, about the villain character, it's not a spoiler per se. I don't think it is. I read it and I laughed my ass off because I'm like, there's no fucking way that's real.
Are they making him gay?
He is gay.
Okay.
And the whole story. Fuck them, they're dumb.
Well, yeah, fuck them, but they're gonna.
We have a black Little Mermaid now. Shut the fuck up. It's perfect for me. I don't care.
Thank you. Thank you.
I could do a whole fucking.
I can't believe
that rant on that. The fact that not my Little Mermaid.
Little bitches.
What the hell? What do you mean your Little Mermaid? Is your Little Mermaid white? What color is your Little Mermaid? What race is? Like, why does it matter?
I saw a video ranting about it, and the number one thing this guy says is, unless there's a quote in the movie, in the original movie that goes, "I just love being a white Little Mermaid," then it doesn't matter about the race.
Nope.
No, nor should it ever.
Never.
Fuck that.
Never. There's certain characters that you can't make white or black. Black Panther. The name's in the title.
Yeah.
Gotta be black.
Not only that, but it's also from a demographic. It's from a geographical standpoint. It's from Africa.
Yes. And that's what I'm talking about.
It's from African
Princess
heritage.
and the Frog.
You can't really.
You can't make her white.
Nope.
She would be black. Like, I had someone.
Like, yes, realistically, you could, because there is white people in Louisiana. I'm not even saying, like, oh, and there's not white people in Africa.
But the background history of that story is rooted in that.
I know.
Okay,
there's nothing.
Way off topic. What were we talking about before that?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
God.
It started with leading into Little Mermaid. We were talking about people. Oh, Black Mask.
Gay. Yes, Black Mask being gay.
Man, we went on a tangent there.
For a little bit, too.
Mask, so you guys want to hear what the story's about? So Cassandra Cain gets kidnapped by Black Mask, and Harley Quinn and Huntress, and I don't remember. Oh, and Black Canary have to go and save her.
Black Canary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Now, and Black Canary's black in this one, I think. Yeah. So.
Cool. Do it.
Do you know why he kidnapped Cassandra Cain?
Why?
Because he swallowed his diamonds. And inside those diamonds are dick pics that he sent to someone.
This can't be real.
No, it is real.
This can't be real.
I've talked to 2 people.
This can't be real.
It is, and I'm so for it.
What the?
What?
I'm for it though. It's different.
It's
very different. But
and you know what?
what?
I'm very open to different things.
You know, I'll go see it because I'm gonna see it.
It's R-rated.
Black Mask
Victor Zsasz is in it. Victor Zsasz is in it too.
Is enough to make me go see this.
There's a Harley Quinn.
And it's played by Ewan McGregor.
I want to see a Harley Quinn movie, but
neither do I.
I'm very
team up. I like it.
I'm very skeptical.
But pretty
That's
much
very weird.
This Harley Quinn movie.
It's gonna be a hit or miss.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hit or miss.
It's about her breaking up from Joker. The way that I've read about this though, and the way that I'm actually taking it, is I think Harley Quinn, while she'll be a main character, I think the other characters will be the bigger main focuses of the story. And that they grabbed Harley Quinn because, like, Birds of Prey, come on. Birds of Prey, no one fucking knows what that is.
Ivy's in it, right?
Who?
I thought Ivy. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Poison Ivy. No, she's Gotham City Sirens, which is the next iteration of this. So, Warner Brothers wants to do a Harley Quinn film every fucking year. I'm fine with it. I know you didn't like her. I love Margot Robbie, so I'm all good for it.
I couldn't get over that she.
But let's remember what that movie was.
Well, yeah.
Nothing was good about Suicide Squad.
Absolutely.
And
if they get it right this time,
so
you got me back.
Yeah, if you just.
Because Suicide Squad
I give
was fucking atrocious for me.
I give everything.
I remember when you and me walked out of Suicide Squad, we were trying to like it.
I'm trying to find.
And then the day after, we were like, that was horrible.
Such shit.
I was trying really went and saw it with some friends. I walked out and I was like, that was the worst movie I've ever seen. And they're like, I thought it was good.
Dude, there's worse than that. Fantastic Four. Let's mention that.
Absolutely.
But I think that's where we're gonna end this podcast, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this. We are the Good Boys. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're following us on Spotify, iTunes, all sorts of that stuff. Soon to be on SoundCloud once I figure that out. Make sure to follow us and subscribe to those because we might be doing some audio only content on there. I might be adding some special things to there. Just for little things like that. Oh. But thank you guys again so much for watching this or listening.
And don't forget to listen to the other one that we're going to be doing.
Yes, so that's the thing. So again, to give you guys more Good Boys content, we're going to do a long episode, then a shorter episode, a long episode, then a shorter episode. That way we can provide you with at least 4 weeks of Good Boys content.
Yeah, and it also gives you a variety of what you want to listen to. Maybe you want to just listen to us rant about dumb shit, or maybe you want to, or maybe you want to listen to a more serious topic that we have. Like,
I wish I remembered about the Little Mermaid thing. That's what this whole discussion would have been about.
God,
fuck me.
Damn.
But anyways, we'll be talking about the Me Too movement and stuff going on in that, and kind of just our thoughts. It'll be a little bit more serious. We'll definitely have fun with it. But please tune into that. Hit that like, subscribe button again. Thank you guys as always. And until next time, you guys stay the goodest, stay the baddest, and just remember, you're the good boys. Bye.
Let us.